WFMY News 2 Sports Special. Right now.
The Panthers are on a mission to show last year was a fluke. Now, while we're still months away knowing if that's true or not, getting one of the defensive leaders back on the field is a very big start. Linebacker Luke Kuechly put on the pads for the first time today along with the team at training camp. Kuechly missed the final 6 games last season due to a concussion, but as you can see here, he is 100% healthy, flying all over the field. Kuechly still topped 100 tackles for the 5th consecutive season, and now is taking the time to get used to this whole football thing again.
It's good. You got to get used to it again. You know, you run around all OTAs, all mini camp, and it's just helmets, and then you put those on, the shoulder pads on, you put the pants on, and it's a little bit of an adjustment. Greg and I were talking that you got to get used to having them on again, and but that's what this time's for, and moving forward, we'll get more used to them.
And it's no surprise the Panthers are home to one of the best linebacker duos in the league between Kuechly and Thomas Davis. These two have combined for more than 1,100 tackles, 34.5 career sacks, and 6 Pro Bowl selections. It's all about staying healthy in the NFL, and if both men can do just that, look out for some impact plays on defense coming from this 1-2 punch. The Panthers, though, are not the only team finally hitting the gridiron. Coming up after a short break, hear from one Demon Deacon who's been itching to get back on the field after a season-ending injury. That's next. So I might be a mama's boy, but this is a pretty cool moment right here. Our camera caught this shot before Wake Forest opened preseason camp. Head coach Dave Clawson and his daughter Courtney playing catch on the field, and it's moments like these are what make sports great. So this isn't a play we really like to rewatch, but just about all Wake Forest fans remember this from last September. Kendall Hinton on the QB keeper against Delaware, then injured his knee during week 3 and missed the final 10 games of the 2016 season. But the good news, today the Deacs opened preseason camp and Hinton was back on the field without a brace. He's battling with John Wolford for the team starting job. And after practice, we caught up with him and asked him how that knee was feeling.
I'm pretty much 100% now. You know, it took a while, a lot longer than I thought, but, you know, to be back out here running full speed and, you know, jump cutting around feels great. So
he looked good, and he didn't look hesitant. He didn't look slow in the cuts. You know, I think even when he was out there in the spring, he still looked tentative, and today to me, he wasn't concerned with it.
And North Carolina A&T's football team will have a new look come 2017. For the first time in 4 years, Tariq Cohen will not be in the Aggies' backfield. Cohen capped off his time at A&T as the school's all-time leading rusher until Chicago selected him in the 4th round of this year's draft. It's finally that time of the year because the A&T Aggies are also hitting the field soon for the new season. The Aggies opened fall practice Tuesday afternoon and were chosen to finish 2nd in their conference, only behind North Carolina Central. Remember, the Aggies lost to Central in a winner-take-all regular season finale in 2016, and that rematch is set for November 18th. It's a simple question. Are NASCAR drivers athletes? After the break, we're going to settle the debate. Stick around to find out more. If you're sitting down, are you really working? You really giving it your all? When it comes to NASCAR, a lot of people say those men aren't athletes. They just sit in a car all day. I used to be that person too, but after you see this post from Jamie McMurray, that may change your mind just a little bit. McMurray posted this graphic from his race at New Hampshire Motor Speedway 2 weeks ago, and look to the far right at the red circles. That shows the temperature inside his car, which averaged 108 degrees and reached up to 115 degrees, while his average heart rate was 144 beats per minute. That seems pretty tough to do if you ask me. So before we jump to the stereotype that NASCAR drivers aren't athletes, let's think about that again. So I remember junior year of high school, I thought I would try out for the basketball team, but it was a mess. Found myself in the JV line doing a rebound drill, threw the ball over the backboard on accident, and safe to say I didn't make the team. But next month, you at home have a chance to try out for something a lot more meaningful. The Winston-Salem Open is coming to town, and organizers want you to help on the court. The Wake Forest Indoor Tennis Center is hosting tryouts for ball retrievers next Friday from 4 to 5:30. Anyone 12 and older can try out, so Chad, you'll be good there. Yes. But you'll need to know how to keep score of the matches, and you'll also need to go to 3 training sessions next month. The Winston-Salem Open begins August 19th, and it'll wrap up on the 26. So do you think you guys can do that?
I don't know.
I always wanted to do that. You know how they stand on the line?
And they get so low, though, like to the ground.
Yep,
and
I can't do that.
You can't talk to them or
I'd be
laugh
afraid
or
of
anything.
tripping.
Yeah.
You're going to be on YouTube if you do that.
I'd be afraid of throwing the ball the wrong direction
Yeah.
because it goes this way. Is it this way?
I would mess it up totally.
I'm just thinking of Kramer on Seinfeld. He was